Guys, what's going on? I'm going to just show you a quick setup on the TD Ameritrade platform. This is how I kind of set up my trading. Um, I'm on obviously the simulated trading. I'm just on the paper trading of that TD Ameritrade offers. But I'm going to show you just kind of how to quickly, if you're fresh, come into the ThinkOrSwim platform, set yourself up. So on the left-hand side, you got a whole bunch of different bars. Top is just your account info. I'm going to go ahead and leave that there because, it's nice to see. Underneath it, I keep the live news there because, whatever stock, let's do Disney since I already inputted it down there. You can quickly go through and see just kind of any updates and news related for that stock that you're trading. I keep the Trader TV. I go ahead and switch it to CNBC US. Um, it does have Schwab as well, and but I keep it on there, and when I'm ready to trade I'll actually go ahead and hit that and drag it over out of my main window onto my other monitor and just kind of have it off to the side. And then when that's off to the side, I go ahead and minimize that to give more real estate for the news and my watch list. On my watch list, I'll keep this empty. The only ones that will stay is my futures and QQQ, the SPY, and the VIX. Other than that, I keep those empty and I just fill them in with the stocks. I'm just going to do Disney for an example. Let's say I wanted to trade Disney for the day. I'm going to go ahead and input that there, have that, and whatever four other plays that I'm looking at, I'll have those on the side so I can quick glance to the left, see the bid and ask, um, and just get quick info. So right here on the top, let's go ahead and go to the trade. So when I'm going into my options, uh, I'll come down. Let's go to a 30-day. So I'll go ahead and set these strikes. I'm gonna go set like I think 12 to 14 is not bad. Um, it's hard because if you start going, so I'll do. Usually I try to stick with like 20. Anything more than that, you're just kind of flooding your screen with just a ridiculous amount of options. This is 20 is kind of a good 20 strikes is a good place that I usually set it at. So with the options tab, there's not much to change other than just that default and switching that over to a list of the amount of strikes you want to see. That's preference, obviously. I think 20 is a fine range, depending on um, but that's completely up to you. Other than that, there's not much to change. TD Ameritrade does a really good job at setting up a nice clean platform. Um, but what we will do is we're going to go over to the active trader. So this defaults to whatever they already had preset up here. How I will set it up though is I'm going to go singular window, right? I'm going to go ahead and get my second chart there. And I'm going to start kind of making this into a nice layout that is trader friendly. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize that to about it's on the ES minis right now. To about what I need it to, and I can adjust this depending on how large the stock price is or small. Like if it's obviously like a $30 stock, I can squeeze a little more, gain just that much more real estate on the actual chart. Top chart, I'm gonna always keep it to a 1 minute chart. Keep it kind of zoomed out. And the bottom chart, I'm gonna have it on a 5. The reason for that is pattern wise. Um, you're obviously going to see the same pattern as you can see. It goes down, down, and a slight climb up, right? But these wicks, on a live trade are going to be a lot more frantic, a lot more whippy, depending on volume of whatever stock you're trading, and can honestly trick you into thinking that your consensus is incorrect, and send you out of a trade a little sooner than what you would like. A lot of day trading is psychology. As much as other gurus might try to, tell you other secrets or what have you, really comes down to um, very simple things. And one of those things being that if you're getting whipped out on, this looks a lot less aggressive, these two candles, than like this. You know what I'm saying? And so if you have support levels, obviously here it broke that, but if you had a support level here, you're going to be a lot, if you're just looking at a 1 minute chart, you're going to be a lot more willing to be like, ah, man, I think I'm incorrect. I'm going to pull out of this trade. Then if you glance at the 5 minute, you'd be like, well, let's see, it didn't close out. These candles look safe. It's holding that level. So keeping a 5 minute and a 1 minute is always kind of like what I like to do. I go ahead and always hit this breakdown for just quick clicks, so I can just change my sizes easier. You can obviously manually type them in, but it's just easier to do that. And you can obviously hit an auto send if you're doing a market buy or market sell. And for the studies, so I like to just keep it simple. Let's see, it should be here. They changed a lot of things recently. Let's see, it should be in volume. Volatility. Mm, Let's go ahead and search it then here. Here we go. Oh my goodness, I'm all over the place. I hate this menu. This is one thing. It's not what. Oh, it's because I'm going up a letter. Wow. All right, the VWAP. This, in my opinion, for day trading, is one of the only things you need on your screen for this screen. Obviously, when you come to your charts, you can do your trends and do your lines, graph it out however you want. However, for the day trading side, when you're on your 1 minute, VWAP is what you need. You know, there will be people that have 50 studies going on here, and it's just useless. Price action, just watching watching the buy and sell, like, and just watching the volume and having VWAP. This is your range, obviously, and then this is kind of that midline. If it breaks above, it's probably going to trend up. Stays below, it's going to stay below that trend line. It's not perfect, but it's a great just gauge to validate or to double check something if you have um, any any doubt on the trade. Now you can, depending on, you can add the tape on the side. Sometimes I like to have it there. You're going to lose a lot of real estate pretty quick. But it's an option that you can have. You don't have to have it. I like to have the tape on the side because you're going to see the size of a lot of these trades going through, and you can see, you know, big purchasers come into the market. You can start to see when people are buying and selling big lots, um, which is just another confirmation for, whatever trade strategy you have for that day. So yeah, that's just a quick look at my active trading. Realistically, I'm not really doing much into futures right now. I'll do options and active trading. That's kind of my quick setup for how I trade. TD Ameritrade has a ton of options where you can add different studies. You can really customize this platform to however you need it. I'm working with just really one monitor. Obviously, if you had more monitors, there's a lot more you have a lot more real estate to work with. Um, but for one monitor setup, I think for day trading that this is a great setup for your beginner trader. All right, well, let's see you guys in the next video.